At this point, I'm hoping that everyone is comfortable editing small files with VI. All you need to be able to do is set up a file, a small file, take a file that already exists and modify it. And you don't have to have all the advanced features of VI down to be able to use it. That's the nice thing about VI. You just need a few basic commands and you can pretty much do anything. Okay, so next up we will look at more properties of the Unix file system. We'll look at more Unix file system commands, look at how to take a quick peek at files, things like that. Okay, let's get started. This is chapter 8 in Afzal. This is the second chapter that discusses the Unix file system and its associated commands, and it complements the material that we started in chapter 5. Chapter 8 presents, that is, this chapter presents more commands for manipulating files, including commands for copying files, moving files, and looking at the contents. And then there's a very important part of this chapter that is looking at shell input-output redirection operators and file substitution metacharacters. The redirection operators are very important, so you don't want to miss that. Okay, we'll start with looking at files. So let's assume that you're working in your home directory and you have a file that's maybe many pages long, and we'll call it a large file. To read this file, you can do a couple of things. You can say you can say VI -R to open up that file in read-only mode. So VI -R opens this file for read-only. And you can move around using the arrow keys and look at the contents of the file. Let's say you did not want to actually go into VI and get into this program. You just wanted to list out the contents. Another way of doing that is to just cat it out. So if you have a large file, it'll scroll up quickly, and actually you won't I'm guessing you won't have time to use Control S to stop scrolling or Control Q to continue scrolling. So chances are most computers are so fast that you won't be able to type this stuff in time. It just cats it out really fast. So the two options are mainly VI -R, or which is the same as view. So view does the same thing as VI -R, and the nice thing is it's read-only, so it prevents you from changing a file that you maybe do not want to change. Okay, so to read a large file using the view command, you just say view space name of the file. And this opens the file for read-only, just like VI -R. Another command that you can use is the page command. And so this is available on most systems, most Unix systems. The page command is used to view files one screen at a time. You get a prompt you get a prompt sign at the very last line at the bottom of the screen, and you press return to view the next page in the file. So you can hit return a few times and you can page through this large file that you want to see. At the very end, page will show an end of file saying that, okay, you've reached the end of this file and there's not much else to show. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so here we are in our home directory. Just do an ls to see what's in there. There's a few files, and there's nothing, I don't think that's all that big. So you can, for example, you can view XYZ. And it's not a huge file. You can move around. It's read-only because we used view. You can do the same thing with VI -R. I'm going to quit out of this and look for a bigger file. So you can try ABC. That's the file we created to look at the editor. It's not that big either. And we can, so you can use view, you can use cat. I'm using cat now. XYZ plus, and it just lists the contents. Let's see, here we are, it's not that big. Okay, so now it's time to look at some of the hidden files. They might be big. So we do an ls minus a for all, including hidden files. And notice now that there's a lot more files to choose from. I think usually this file .bashrc is pretty big. So let's find out how big this file is. What we'll do is use the -L option, long listing, and look at that. It is about 3,500 bytes. So let's try vi. Let's try vi minus r dot bashrc. Now I want to check if it's vi minus uppercase r or lowercase r. It is uppercase r, so I gotta fix that. Alright, vi minus r puts me in read-only mode. Notice that the text has colors. That's because this is a script file and vi understands scripts. And we will be doing a lot of scripts, so this will be very helpful when we get to the point where we're writing script files of our own. So take a look at this file in using your live DVD, because you will be doing similar kinds of things. You will be editing script files. So I just use the arrow keys to go up, down, and then now back up. Alright. So I'm going to quit out of this. Once again, all I did was vi minus r dot bashrc. You need the dot because it's part of the name. That's what makes that file a hidden file, the fact that it has a dot. Okay, so what can you do with cat? If you say cat dot bashrc, it just lists it out, no colors, it's just listed out plain text. And try it. I don't think you'll have enough time to hit Control S and Control Q. A long time ago when computers were slow, sure, you could actually cat a file and then have enough time to Control S and Control Q, but processors are so fast you just can't do it fast enough. Okay, so when you get into such a situation, you don't want to go into VI because it's kind of you just didn't want to get into it. You can use the page command. So page dot bashrc, and what it's given me is this is the start of the file. It gave me about 23 lines because I think this is a 24-line terminal, and then it gives me a colon saying, okay, I'm waiting for you to hit enter so that you can get the next page. So I'm going to hit enter or return, and I get another page. I'm going to hit enter again. There's another page. One more time. Another page. Another page. And finally we reach the end of file. At this point you can just quit. You can type Q and return, and you can quit. Let me try that again. Page.bashrc, or some whatever large file you have, and you have to hit enter. You get EOF. Oh, you don't even have to enter the Q. You just hit enter. Keep hitting enter, and you'll eventually get out of it. So this is useful for when you have a large file. You don't want to get into VI. You just want to cat out the contents. And sometimes, let's see, if you hit Q now, will it quit? Yes. So you say page and then the large file, hit return or enter. You don't have to scroll all the way to the end. You just say Q and then you return and you quit right there. You don't have to wait till you scroll through that entire huge file. Okay. Hope that gets you a start. So try that out. Try out the page command. Let me just say a few things about it. Page is used to view large files one screen at a time. The prompt sign is shown at the bottom. You press return. Eventually page will show you that you reached the end of file, EOF, and then you press return to go back, to get out of page and go back to the bash prompt. Okay. So a page has a number of options that you can type in at the command line. And unlike other command options, page options start with a plus sign. So not every command works exactly the same way. Page is one of those that can use a plus argument. So say +10, and you can start displaying the file from the specified line number. You can start with a search for a certain pattern. We've done this with VI, say VI -C and then / to do a forward search. Page is not available on all systems, so I haven't checked, for example, to see if it's on our server. If it's not and people want it, I can install it. Let's take a look at the man page. So the man page for page, you can see that by saying man and PG, and you should see something like this. Let's give you more details. Okay, so remember, with a man page, it actually uses a different program to scroll through the man page. You have to, I think if you hit enter, you just go one line at a time in this case. It's unfortunate that you do different things. To go one page at a time in a man page, you have to use the space bar. So, fortunately, they use slightly different things. I think the main reason is that page is older, and after page, everything used the space to go one screen at a time, but page still goes one screen at a time when you hit the enter button. Okay, so try out these different options. Try page -P, -S. You can do things like advance end screens by using plus and things like that. Okay, so try this out, and we will pick up with the next topic, which is shell redirection.